everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm TK. So in this video, I'll be sharing 8 things that students in the US take for granted. Now I want to focus especially on elementary school because that's when I started going to school in the US. But most of the things that I'll cover today will still apply to middle school as well as high school. So a little bit of my background before we get started. I was born in Japan and moved to the States when I was 6. So in Japan, I went to a local all-Japanese school, not one of those like international schools where you get exposed to non-Japanese culture, people, ideas. That wasn't me. So when I moved to the US, I had no clue what life in the US, in America was all about. And I was just mind blown. And one of those things that shocked me was how different the school system in US was compared to Japan. So the first one is school bus. In Japan, students typically walk to school. And you usually get together with a group of like a couple of kids that live in your area and walk to school together. And in some cases, there might be like a chaperone that will go with the kids, but in most cases, it's just the kids. And how long do you usually have to walk? For me, it was like 25 minutes to 35 minutes or so, a little less than 30 minutes. If I run or like walk really, really fast, it can be like 20 minutes, but still 20 minutes for a 6-year-old is far. It's very far. So when I came to US and found out that you have a school bus that you can just hop on and will drop you off at school, I was like, what are we, a celebrity? Like, does that mean that you don't have to walk to school in the rain, in the snow? We can just sit back, chillax, and talk to my friends just on a bus? Really? Really? Wow. Now, some people might argue that it's good exercise for the kids. Maybe that's why Japanese people stay fit, healthy, and slim. But for me, I was just so happy that I didn't have to walk to school and walk back from school. The second one is that you can eat and drink in class. In Japan, in Japanese elementary schools, you can't bring food to class, and if your teacher sees you, then they'll take it away from you. So when I found out that students just like eat candy and like snacks in class, and sometimes teachers will give out candy for those who behave well, or if you answer the problem correctly, or like sometimes teachers are eating like yogurt and like drinking juice and stuff in class, and I was like, what are they doing? Like, is that okay? Is that even allowed? And when I say eating and drinking, I mean water as well. You're not allowed to drink water during class in Japanese elementary schools. Now, I heard that some schools are changing this a little bit so that you can bring a water bottle and drink water in class, but still most of the classes or most of the schools in Japan still you have to wait until break time, so like 45, like 15 minutes until you can get water. Isn't that crazy? And I don't even know why they do this, but I think a couple reasons why they don't allow drinking water even in class is because one, students are drinking water rather than paying attention to what the teachers are saying. And number two, you can spill water and top it all over your like notebook and textbooks. And number three, it doesn't make the kids want to go to the bathroom during class after drinking so much water. Which brings me to my next point, that students are allowed to go to the bathroom in the US. In Japan, you have to wait until break time to go to the bathroom. I know, shocking, right? Now, why are you not allowed to go to the bathroom during class in Japan? Well, some people think that you're slacking off or you're like ditching class if you go to the bathroom, and you're going to the bathroom not because you have to go to the bathroom, but because you don't want to study or to learn. What if you really, really, really want to go to the bathroom, but you're still not allowed? I know. So when I found out that in the US, like you can go whenever you want, or like at least during class, I was so fascinated. And after moving to the US, I remember like in second grade, third grade, you had to like raise your hand to go to the bathroom or to ask permission from the teachers to go to the bathroom. But in like fourth grade, fifth grade, some of my teachers told me that like I don't have to raise my hand every single time to go to the restroom. They trust me and that I'll get my business done and come back to class when I'm done. And I was like, wow, they trust me. Like I feel so grown up and that there's a trust between teachers and students by them allowing us to go to the bathroom without asking or even like during class. And my fourth point is that students don't have to clean up after themselves or like clean the classroom in the US. I was like, what? We have janitors here who clean up the school for you and students have to do that? Wow. In Japan, students like typically after lunch or there's this designated time during school where students are assigned either like a section of the classroom or a classroom to clean up with a couple other kids, and you don't have to do that in the US. Wow. Maybe that's why Japanese people are so organized and like keep their things nice and tidy. They learn the KonMari magic from grade school and live a life that sparks joy in their lives. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing. But for me, I was just so thankful that we have janitors and we don't have to clean the classroom in school. Next. Oh my goodness. When I found out that we can celebrate Halloween and like all the events in school, I was just so happy. So I moved to the US in October 1999, right before Halloween. And when I found out that we can wear costumes, go trick-or-treating in school, get candies from teachers, and eat candies in school, I was like, where are we? Like, are we even in school? And same goes for like Valentine's Day, giving out chocolate, candy, like, and like little cards with these like little messages that you can give out to your crush, to your teachers, to your friends in school. And Thanksgiving, you know, where you like put your hand on a piece of paper and like draw this colorful Thanksgiving turkey. Like, I was like, none of that happened in Japan, where you can do like, where you can like color stuff and like eat candy, and like even for birthdays, there were kids bringing cupcakes to celebrate their birthday. Again, no snacks and food allowed in Japanese elementary schools, okay? So school for me was just a fun place to like celebrate, have fun, sometimes study, but just have fun. Number 6, the fact that you don't have to change your clothes to like gym clothes or like PE clothes to go to PE, physical education, in elementary school was just fascinating. In Japan, you buy these gym clothes that are typically like white t-shirt and like a blue shorts. You buy these from school and you have to wear these for gym. And if you forget these, I forgot these all the time, and so I had to like call my mom every single time using one of these like public green telephones. They're like, most of them, there's a few in school or like next to a school building. I had to use these like telephone cards to call my mom to ask her to drop off my gym clothes, because if we didn't have it, we couldn't go to gym class. And it was just so embarrassing. We couldn't even borrow the phone from like our teachers. We had to use those public phones. Yeah, no cell phones at that time. And if you brought your cell phone to school, I mean, I didn't see any kid in elementary school bring a cell phone at that time, but the teachers will take it away from you. And even in the US, in like middle school, high school, you do bring your own gym clothes and change before class, right? But the difference there is that you get your own locker room. In Japanese elementary schools, you change in the classroom. So I think what happened was that after gym class, the girls would go back to class before the boys did and like change really quickly, so that we can get out before the boys came back. And if you were slow, then they would like see you in your underwear, and it was just so very awkward. Now I think once you go up into like 4th grade, 5th grade, usually the boys and girls split up in like 2 different classrooms and then change in different classrooms, or you have this like white curtain in the middle of the classroom, and the girls change in like one section of the classroom, boys in the other. But it's just so strange, and I was so thankful that when I moved to the US, I didn't have to worry any of that, like forgetting my gym clothes or like changing like really quickly. I was so grateful. Now my next point is textbooks. In Japan, you had to buy your own textbooks even in elementary school, and you can't keep it in like school or like in your lockers. You didn't even have lockers in elementary school in Japan. So you had to bring it to school and then bring it back home every single day. Now, fortunately, they were very thin, not one of those like 2-inch algebra or like math books that you get in the States. But when I moved to the US and started going to elementary school here, I don't think we used textbooks that much. And even we did, like the fact that we can borrow them from school and we didn't have to buy them, I was so impressed. Now last but not least, the fact that we get a very long summer break in the US, oh my goodness, I was so happy. So in Japan, you start, the academic year is from April to March. So summer break happened in between, and it was only like a month or like a month and a half, and you get homework. You get homework during the summer. And in the US, it's like 2 to 3 months, and because it's between grade year, right? Not like during the academic year, you don't get homework. It's very long. It's just so relaxing and nice. I already loved going to school in the States because of what I mentioned and the fact that it just didn't feel like school. I wasn't like just going there to study, but to have fun and like learn all these things. But if I didn't have to go to school, I still didn't want to. So the fact that we had long summer breaks, and also the fact that we didn't have to go to school during the weekends. So in Japan, we have like half days, I believe, on Saturdays. So we still have to go to school. And so when I found out that there's no school on Saturdays and that I can sleep in on a Saturday morning, I was so happy. So that wraps up the 8 things that students in the US take for granted. So next time you see your janitor, say thank you. Next time you see your elementary school teacher, say thank you for letting you drink water and go to the bathroom during class. Now this makes it sound like going to school in Japan is miserable, but that's not the case. There's so many things I wish I could have experienced if I stayed in Japan. Maybe I'll make a video about things that students in Japan take for granted. That might be fun. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you like these kind of content, learning about other cultures, about lifestyle, consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you next time in my video. Bye bye!